The term narcissism originates from the Greek myth of Narcissus, a man so captivated by his own reflection in a pool of water that he tragically wasted away and died, unable to tear himself away from it. In contemporary understanding, a narcissist is someone who has a complex psychological profile that goes beyond mere self-fascination or vanity. Narcissism manifests in one of two primary ways, either as a person who has unusually high narcissistic traits, or in more extreme cases, as someone who has a mental health condition known as Narcissistic Personality Disorder. Narcissism thus exists in a spectrum, ranging from people who exhibit high narcissistic traits, such as grandiosity, a strong need for admiration, and a lack of empathy, to people who have a personality disorder that is so pervasive and damaging that they significantly impair the person's ability to function in social, occupational, or other important areas of life. In both cases, narcissism leads to challenges in relationships and interactions with others, due to the individual's intense focus on themselves and their needs to the exclusion of all else. Narcissistic traits can be seen to varying degrees in everyone. However, in some cases, they are so pronounced that they start to impact the lives of the narcissistic person and also of those around them. Nonetheless, having these traits still does not necessarily mean that the person in question has narcissistic personality disorder. Grandiosity is a hallmark trait of narcissism. It involves an inflated sense of self-importance, superiority, and a constant need to be admired by others. Individuals exhibiting grandiosity believe they are unique or special and should only associate with people of high status. Narcissists have a continuous need for admiration from others. They react with anger or disappointment when they don't receive the admiration they believe they deserve. Narcissists are so engrossed in their own desires and interests that they neglect or outright ignore the feelings and needs of those around them. This lack of empathy manifests in various ways, from dismissing the emotions of others as irrelevant or trivial, to complete indifference to the distress or discomfort they may cause. A strong sense of entitlement is another common narcissistic trait. Individuals with this trait believe they deserve special treatment and have unrealistic expectations of favorable treatment from others. They become impatient or angry when they don't receive what they believe they're entitled to. Narcissists will not hesitate to take advantage of others to achieve their own ends. This exploitative behavior includes manipulating others for personal gain, without considering the potential harm or consequences for the other person. The exact cause of narcissistic personality disorder remains unknown, but it's generally agreed that it stems from a complex mix of factors including genetic, environmental, social, and psychological components. It's important to note that these factors don't operate in isolation. The development of NPD typically involves a combination of these elements, and the specific mix varies from person to person. Childhood experiences have been commonly linked to the development of NPD. These experiences might include excessive pampering or, conversely, excessive criticism, neglect, or abuse. Children who are taught to associate their value with achievements or the approval of others may also be at risk. Certain personality and psychological factors may contribute to the development of NPD. For instance, an individual's disposition towards aggression, impulsivity, or anxiety could potentially increase the likelihood of developing narcissistic tendencies. Narcissists come in different types, each with its unique characteristics. The grandiose narcissist, often the most identifiable type, is characterized by outward arrogance, self-absorption, and an inflated sense of their abilities and importance. They are often charismatic and can easily draw people in with their confidence and charm. However, beneath this confident exterior lies an insatiable need for admiration and validation. Grandiose narcissists have little regard for the feelings and needs of the people around them, focusing primarily on themselves. Vulnerable narcissists, on the other hand, are more introverted. While they still harbor feelings of superiority, these individuals are often overwhelmed by feelings of inadequacy and hypersensitivity to criticism. Unlike grandiose narcissists, vulnerable narcissists may appear shy and reserved at first glance. However, they can become defensive and withdrawn when they feel threatened or criticized. Their narcissism is often a defense mechanism against deep-seated feelings of insecurity and inferiority. Malignant narcissists are perhaps the most destructive type. They combine elements of narcissism with antisocial behavior, aggression, and paranoia. These individuals are manipulative, seeking power and control over others. They also lack empathy and have little regard for the well-being of others. Their behavior can be extremely harmful, leading to toxic relationships and environments. Can narcissism be cured? The question of a cure for narcissism is not straightforward. It's important to note that narcissism, like other personality disorders, is deeply ingrained in an individual's personality and thought patterns, making it challenging to treat. However, this does not mean that a narcissist cannot change or improve their behaviors. With therapy, particularly psychotherapy or cognitive behavioral therapy, narcissists can gain insight into their condition, understand the impact of their actions on others, and learn healthier ways of relating to people. One key challenge is that individuals with narcissistic personality disorder often do not believe they have a problem, so they do not ask for help. That said, in cases where a narcissist does seek help and is committed to therapy, change is possible. Therapy can help them manage their symptoms and build healthier relationships. It's also crucial for those in a relationship with a narcissist to seek help, as they may need support and strategies to cope with the situation. Thus, while there may not be a cure for narcissism in the traditional sense, treatment and support can make a significant difference. It requires commitment, effort, and time, but improvement and change are certainly possible. In closing, remember that knowledge is power. Understanding what a narcissist is and how they operate equips you to protect yourself and advocate for your well-being. For more information about narcissists and narcissistic abuse, visit www.carlacorelli.com.